And we're back with the Beaufort News with Brad Taylor. We've had him on, but it's been a while. His latest book is called End of Days. So he's military man for over 2 decades, but turned novelist. And we're excited to hear about the new book that actually comes out tomorrow, January the 11th. Welcome, Brad, to the Beaufort News. Tell us about End of Days.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Actually, the whole point of it, when COVID hit, it was really hard for me to write. I couldn't travel overseas to do book research. I couldn't, everywhere I don't even have a writing room. I take my laptop and go to the beach or go to the park or someplace to write, and everything got locked down. And so I had these guys in the back of my head. I did Ring of Fire research. We came out of Morocco, and we were in Rome doing Great American Tourist stuff. And so this car came by with diplomatic plates, and the tour guide said, "Oh, that guy's a Knight to Malta." And I was like, "What? Never heard of that. What is it?" Well, it turns out it's this organization that's been around since the First Crusade. By international law, they're a sovereign country. They own no terrain. They have their own passports, make their own currency, have their own stamps, postage, seat at the UN, but they own no terrain. And I was like, sooner or later, I'm going to put those guys in a book. And then when COVID hit, I was like, now's the time.
Sounds great. So where do you get your inspiration to be a writer? Is it when you were in the military, did you always think that you would be a writer, a novelist, or did this just emerge when you retired?
No, actually, it's always been a bucket list item of mine. I mean, I never thought I'd be published. I left a special mission unit at Fort Bragg and came down to the Citadel here in Charleston to teach, and it was like getting off a bullet train and low crawling. I mean, I had more time on my hands than I knew what to do with. And I'd always said I was going to write a book. And so one day I woke up to my wife and said, "I'm writing a book." She was like, "Whatever." I figured it would sit on the bedside table. My mom would say, "That's a great book, Brad." But then it sold, and I had to make a choice. I came out on the promotion list for Bird Colonel. My next assignment was 2 years unaccompanied to Southwest Asia. My daughters are in high school. Right. And I decided to give writing a try. I turned down the promotion and retired from the Army.
And so, why do you like it? What do you like about it? Is it difficult, or do you find it challenging, exciting, or is it hard work?
Difficult. It's much more difficult than people would think. You'd think you just sit there and type, but writing is all the time. People say, how often do you write during the day? And what they're really talking about is typing. How often do you type during the day?
Right.
But I'm always writing, whether I'm doing physical training, whether I'm doing, in the shower, I'm always writing. And it is a challenging thing because you've got to make, every time you write something, you have to have, there's 1,000 things Pike Logan could do, and he's going to do one. Well, now I have to answer why he didn't do 999 other things, because some reader's going to say, "Oh, why did you do that? Why didn't you just do X?" And so that's the hard part, is making sure that it flows for the reader and the reader understands. I completely see why Pike Logan's doing this, instead of saying, why didn't he pick up the bomb and just throw it out the window?
So are you going to continue with the Pike Logan series of novels?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm working on 17 right now.
So again, we've got about a minute left. End of Days. Give us a reason why we would want to buy it and read it.
Actually, it's a standalone thriller that's it's about dispensationalism, Christian evangelicals. This guy he's convinced he's doing the right thing. He's bringing about the end of days for the good reason. Unfortunately, he's going to kill a lot of people to do it. And Pike Logan is saying, "Don't think you're right about that. We're not doing that."
Do you appeal mostly to male readers?
Actually, no. About 45% of my readers are female.
Okay.
I have a very strong female protagonist, Jennifer Cahill. My publisher calls them Pike Logan thrillers, but they're really Pike and Jennifer thrillers. She's been there from day one. So it's about 45% to 55%.
All right. So where can we find End of Days starting tomorrow?
Well, actually, I sound trite, but anywhere books are sold. Okay. So Barnes & Noble, Amazon, wherever, they're going to be in there.
Brad, you're so accomplished. Thank you so much for being on WHHI-TV for another interview, and we'll have you back when the next book comes out.
Definitely. Looking forward to it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Brad. Brad Taylor, novelist. Coming up after the break, Melissa St. Clair will join us. She'll give us some tips for your business for 2022. Don't go away.